part 6. So I knew that there was supposed to be an Elijah Project 3, not because I'm brilliant or anything, but because God's story had a whole section that I had not shared yet. And maybe, I think about it now and I think maybe 5 years ago wasn't the time for me to be talking about legacy. Maybe I was not in the right season in my own life, but there was always something that seemed to get in the way. Another project, another opportunity, and it just didn't work to write the third part. As I had shared, it's about legacy. There are 5 L's and about legacy and the things that get in the way of our legacy and what we want for our legacy and how we need to do some planning for that. And specifically, if you look at Elijah and Elisha, Elijah trained up Elisha. God did not take Elijah to heaven until Elisha had seen the work firsthand and experienced Elijah's ministry. And so what does that look like for us? I think it means that we are supposed to be training people up to take on the work that we have as when we are not able to do it anymore. So it's been sitting, like percolating, like a little low boil for some time. And over this past weekend, God said, you need to do this. And here's the coolest part of this story. Over the last month or so, I've been getting these little deposits, these little messages. A friend of mine who I hadn't talked to in a long time said, hey, I just wanted to tell you that your activity on trust in the Elijah Project 1, it just blessed me. Thank you. And it's blessed me for years. And I just wanted to tell you. It was our church, Jacob's Well Church, is doing a series on Elijah. And I'm listening to the story again and hearing some fresh perspectives. And it's just stirring in me the way that story was used in such a vital way in my own emotional and spiritual health. And then this is what happened. On Friday night, I received a text from my friend Cindy that I mentioned in the second video, who went with me the first time to Cuba. And she mentioned that, did I know that the Elijah Project had gone to Guantanamo? And I was like, no. And she sent me a couple pictures, and then I found out that our Elijah Project team in Cuba had a dream. And I knew we had the dream to get to Havana. I didn't know we were looking to go to Guantanamo. But they had had a dream and they've been praying, and they led their first Elijah Project group in Guantanamo on Saturday. This is so fresh. And my friend Cindy said they want us to come back. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I just knew in my heart, I was like, I am supposed to write the third part. I'm supposed to take that back with me. And I am supposed to do it swiftly. I'm supposed to be faithful with the vision and the mission that God has given, and I need to finish it. And what's interesting about that is, whatever you say yes to, there's always kind of an equal and opposite no, just because there isn't enough time in the day to do everything. And so I've just spent the weekend just going, okay, Lord, how do I open up some time in my schedule? How do I get this writing done and get it cooking and get it ready to share with my peeps in Cuba? And I think part of that is why I felt I needed to share the story and wanted to share it in these parts so that you sort of see the whole vision of it, the whole entire expanse of this story. And there's a story to tell, and there are women that have been touched now all the way across from coast to coast in the country of Cuba from God's word, the story of Elijah. And we're not done yet. So please consider joining us in prayer and support as we look to see what it means to bring the third part of the Elijah Project to Cuba.